Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a very special discussion on Channel 84 Winnipeg. Tonight's topic is the CowsCrazy Challenge, a very unique take on Nuzlocke challenges in Pokemon Soul Silver. Joining me tonight for this discussion, on my immediate right, representing Toronto, Canada, is the creator of the challenge, CowsCrazy. Welcome to the show.
Moo! I don't want to take complete credit for it. I've heard there's a similar thing that already existed, but we'll go into more detail on that as we discuss.
Fair enough. And to my immediate left, representing the great state of California, the poor unfortunate soul, I can just hear the music now, who was brave enough, or should I say maybe even foolish enough, to take the challenge, X09091. Welcome to the show.
What is up, all my beautiful, beautiful people? And look, okay, I got cocky. I'm just gonna say that right off the bat. I got cocky.
You also cheated.
It's okay, man. Nobody's judging anybody here. We're gonna have ourselves a good, clean discussion, and we're gonna get to the heart of this matter. And I'm actually kind of curious myself.
Are you saying there's no judgment here?
You could be gayer than a stack of strawberry pancakes, and it'll be all good in the neighborhood.
Because if there's no judgment here, the discussion's already over. Because there's going to be a lot of judgment.
Oh my gosh.
All
is this
right,
let's roast X09091? I didn't know this was a roast.
If that's what it becomes, then so be it. After all, it's all in the name of fun. Am I right?
I got one of those judges caps on, you know, the ones with the white frills and it kind of hangs down the sides. And you're like, yeah.
And I suppose you
yeah.
And do you have the powder wig and the gavel too?
Yes,
Oh,
that's what I'm
gosh.
looking for.
Oh gosh.
All right.
I'm ready to pass judgment.
Well, I guess let's get this show on the road. I guess my first question will be for you, Mr. CowsCrazy. What gave you the idea to create such a unique challenge?
His cocky attitude.
Can you be a little more specific, please?
Well, while he was being my trainer for my particular set of Pokemon games, you know, what we do is we banter and we talk about a whole bunch of different things. I believe it just came across about, like, you know, what are the worst absolute Pokemon in the game that just serve absolutely no fucking purpose? You know, like, why are they even there if they can't be used? And I believe he said something like that he could make any Pokemon useful if he really had to. And I think that's how it started.
That is exactly how it started.
Yes.
All right, moving on to Mr. X09091. Give me your honest opinion. How far did you think you would actually get in this challenge?
I honestly thought, like, if I'm being honest, I didn't think I was going to make it past the third gym. If I have to be ridiculously honest, I didn't think I was going to make it past Whitney. Whitney is the, like, Nuzlocke in general killer.
And
let
you
alone...
wouldn't have if you didn't cheat.
Oh my gosh, see what I mean? No, I would have lost there because Whitney, first of all, the rules were I couldn't heal in battle, which I clearly broke multiple times if you go back and watch. And I healed multiple times, and just the fact that I can't do any off-screen training with these. Granted, I will say this. These useless Pokemon I've learned to love a little bit more. Even Gooey, the little Ditto that could. I kind of have a little special place for him in my heart.
For the record, I didn't ban off-screen training. I banned over-leveling.
Are you serious? I thought I couldn't do any off-screen
No. See,
training.
I don't think you understood the rules here, okay?
Yeah, no.
Okay, the rules were you could not revive or heal in battle, and you could not over-level your Pokemon, because I didn't want you going into a battle like Whitney with, like, I don't know, for example, I
think her strongest is like level 18. You didn't want me to go in there with like a level 30 or something.
Yes, I didn't want you going in there with like level 30s, okay? So maybe we should have made more specific rules. Maybe
I think what we should have... Yeah.
Maybe steal a rule from Argon Matrix's run, if you ever saw his, where you couldn't go past a certain number.
Yeah, like
for
the
each
level.
gym.
Yeah, I kind of like that. And then I also think that I should have done, like, instead of the first episode being the first episode, we should have done like rules and explanations. That way the rules are clear up front from the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should have made them clearer. Because even when we were making the rules during my thing, we weren't really making the rules, and then when we kind of made rules when you said off camera that you were dead serious about doing it, I didn't really think we were making rules until I didn't honestly believe you were going to do it until you posted episode number 1.
Oh my gosh. See, and that's the thing. Like, I would do it again, but I would do it where we have a set of rules from the beginning, from the get-go. That would be episode 0, if you would. It'd be like, these are the rules, these are the stipulations, this is what I can and cannot do, and these are the Pokemon I'm going to use, and we clarify everything right
Well,
from
if
the
you look
get-go.
down in the comments right now below that are about to happen, I believe everybody's telling you to restart, so
You think so? Well,
I'm pretty sure they are. We'll call that a practice round. Also, my opinion here is that because you so-called used a loophole in the rules, which were
Right.
official rules,
Right.
I think you were cocky from the get-go.
I was because
Because
I
you-
thought that loophole would get me through the game farther.
If you would have started the way I thought you were going to start, with just a regular fucking Pokemon instead of these cheating rules or whatever.
They're
for
not
your-
necessarily cheating because you can get that if you breed them.
You can, but could you breed them at the start of the game?
No,
Exactly. Could you get them from the move deleter when you finally got there?
probably.
Yes. But can you get those at the start of the game? No.
All right, Mr. CowsCrazy, I've got another question for you. You picked a really,
Yep.
really strong team of underdogs. I remember them. Delibird, Unknown, Love Disc, and so on and so forth. My question is, were there any other Pokemon you felt could have fit the role just as well, if not better?
If I knew 100% without a doubt he was really, really going to do it, I probably would have thought a little harder about it. Because I don't know if it would make it easier or harder, but his team had a lot of similarities. You
How
know?
so?
Like, well, there's like, how many normal types in there? There's 3, right?
Right. I had
One.
the Farfetch, which was normal flying. I had Smeargle, which is just normal, and Ditto. Ditto's normal, but then he could technically transform into anything.
And of course, Delibird was a flyer as well.
Yeah, he was a flyer and ice, and then I had water with Love Disc and Psychic. But
So maybe I don't know. See, I don't know if it would be harder of a challenge if I picked more of the same type, or if I completely diversified
I think
the team.
it would, only because like I know the biggest obstacle that I faced, even just a reoccurring theme, was the move Rollout. I almost lost to Rollout in like a trainer battle because that thing just clobbered my team. My flyers were my strongest hitters, and they got clobbered. And so if it was just like pure one type, it probably would make it a little harder, only because of like, you know, type
But I
advantages
think
and
that was
whatnot.
also a separate challenge we had come up with, as we had talked about many trainers in the
yeah.
world.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
How they always have the same Pokemon in their
Right.
lineups, or they only battle with the same type. And I believe that had also come up at one
Yeah,
point.
we
just
have
to-
definitely
like,
talked
could
about
you
that.
play the game as these trainers? You know, like, or even we've discussed like, could you take a trainer that off of Victory Road and use his Pokemon and get to that point in the game?
Yeah,
'Cause
we
there's some
definitely
people
talked
that
about
look,
that.
Yeah, there's some people on Victory Road that have certain Pokemon. You're like, I don't think you can get here like that.
Yeah, where like it's like all you have is a Graveler and a Golbat. I don't
At
know.
level, with the level cap and those 2 Pokemon, and you've eaten all 8 gyms, because that's the only way you can be on Victory Road.
That's true.
Not sure.
Suspicioso.
Exactly. But what I didn't want to overthink it, so I just thought of the worst Pokemon that have been told to me so far that I've seen in the game, and I believe we did ask the comments for some opinions, and I took all that in stride, and that's how I came up with the 6 Pokemon.
All right, nice to know. Okay, Zero, this next question is for you. After rewatching a lot of your old battles with the gym leaders, Faulkner, Bugsy, Whitney, and Morty, it seemed like Morty gave you the most trouble out of anything. What was your thought going into that fight, and what was your initial reaction with how hard he was hitting you with hypnosis?
That was probably the most annoying thing, and I feel like there was out of all of the gym leaders, other than Whitney scaring me, I felt like Morty was definitely gonna screw me over in the long run if I didn't heal, because he was just gonna spam Hypnosis and Dream Eater. So yeah, I can admit that I guess I cheated and broke the rules there, because that was ridiculous, and that's kind of what happened. Even if you look back at the final battle with Chuck, that's kind of how I got screwed over. I got Hypnosis. Because I really do think I could have made it out on top, or at least barely scraped by, if I didn't get hit by that Hypnosis right off the bat. Like, I rewatched that battle so many times to just looking back on it. But at least for Morty, I know for like I could have gone for the straight play and just gone with Jerry the Farfetch'd, but I really, really, really wanted to use the Ditto. I really thought that would be very cheeky and very fun, and he kind of did work out that way. I just had that plan in the back of my head, but I do say that hypnosis thing really, really was a bit scary, because I'm like, crap, if he keeps doing this, I'm gonna run out of awakenings and I'm screwed. This is where I go down, because essentially he can just spam hypnosis, and of course, since they're the trainer, they're gonna hit hypnosis 100% of the time. Lord knows if I did it, which I did try to do against Chuck, and I missed like 3 times in a row.
See, to be fair, in my rules, using a status healer is not healing. So,
Oh,
yes,
god damn it. See, I wouldn't have known that. I would
have been okay with that. As long as it does not heal your health.
But as long as like I could wake up from it.
See, that's
or
why I think an
paralyzed,
official rules episode would have been good.
would have been very, very good.
Yeah, so you could use, like, what's the thing that heals both?
Full restore?
Can't use that. But you can use the specific
Like a
item.
full heal, which the full heal gets rid of any status, which is sleep, paralysis, poison, burn.
As long as it does not actually heal you.
Right. Okay.
See, I would have
I
cool
wouldn't have known that.
See, and therefore, you would have probably had a completely different strategy going on.
Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah, I would have probably put on a Chesto berry.
Because it felt like, when you went into that final battle, it just felt like you didn't have any strategy at all. You were just going in there and, like, whooping around, and then all of a sudden, it's like you didn't expect to die. And then
I didn't. I really
See,
didn't.
exactly. And that's not what. That's what I wanted. That's what I envisioned in the game. But I figured at the same time, if you weren't such a cocky butt, you would have worked your way out of it. I wanted you to get in trouble, but not to the point where, well,
Right.
by the time you realized you were so in trouble that you couldn't get out of it.
Yeah, I probably would have, because I know that Poliwrath has hypnosis, but I was really trying to stick to the no healing at all. So I probably could have woken up and I probably could have gotten my ass out of there. But again, not knowing, I probably would have actually put on, I think I still had a Chesto berry. I would have slapped that on to Jerry, because he wasn't holding any items, and I would have woken up and I probably would have aerial aced and I probably would have gotten out of it okay.
See, I'm really calling for a restart here.
Alright, well, given what you guys have just discussed, that brings me up to something I was kind of curious about over the course of this challenge. Normally in a Nuzlocke, if one of your guys faints, you don't use it ever again, but Zero got the opportunity to heal his guys up after battle and continue using them. Zero, how far do you think you could have gone if you had to permanently shelter Pokemon that fainted in prior battles?
Probably not past Bugsy. I feel like at the end, I would have had I feel like the top 3 Pokemon that I would have had alive, because at some point, I would have probably done the thing where it's like, I would prioritize one of my Pokemon. So like, let's say I needed a turn to like throw in Love Disc to throw in Charm, but I knew he had to go down because of the Miltank or something like that. I probably wouldn't have made it past the second gym leader. And my team would have probably consisted of the Farfetch, which was Jerry, Nick, the Delibird, and Smeargle. So, Picasso. So, those were probably the main 3, and I probably would have had to sack off Unknown, Love Disc. Yeah, Unknown, Love Disc, and Gooey.
Wow,
See,
that is
but-
quite the drop.
Yeah, I had, but there's an honesty factor too, because like the first gym leader wasn't too bad, and the second gym leader could have been dicey with the Scyther, but again, with a little more strategy with the charms and stuff, I was able to get through it.
Even in a Nuzlocke, though, like, I'm not a Pokemon master, that's for sure. But since I've beaten a few games, I felt compelled to actually watch some LPs of the games I've beaten now. And I've seen a couple Nuzlocks now, and it doesn't even seem like in a traditional Nuzlocke that there is such a thing as a traditional Nuzlocke. Because, like, there seems to be small variations on the rules everybody has with a Nuzlocke.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I agree.
For instance, like, I thought a Nuzlocke was that you could catch a Pokemon on each route, right? And you put it in your box, and you could switch them in and out. But the last one I saw, which was Argon's, by the way, was once he died, he declared it a loss. But I figured the game really wasn't a loss until you were out of Pokemon completely, including the ones in your box. Because you're even limiting your box by only having one per route. So it's not like you can catch forever. Eventually, you're going to run out of routes.
Right, so you're saying, like, let's say you had a team of 6 and they died. It's not a loss because you still have the Pokemon in your box to use.
You're right. You would just kill all 6 of those, throw them away, get 6 new ones out of your box, and go and continue on your way.
I feel like that'd be fair.
I would think so too, but he considered it a loss. Now, I have seen Pokemon where other runs where they do that. They just take them out of the box and they continue on. But I'm just saying that as an example of one small little variation that, so like I don't think there is a set dead rule. These are the rules and you have to stick to them. So like even this that we're coming up with now, you know, it's kind of hard to say these are the dead rules when we didn't actually say these are the dead rules.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like with just Nuzlocke in general, there's 3 basic rules. I don't even know if I'd call them rules, just basic, just very minimal things where it's like you have to nickname your Pokemon, 1 Pokemon per route, and if it dies, it's considered dead. From there, after those 3 basic rules is where things get hazy depending on who's playing. You know?
I would agree. Those are always the rules I've always seen. Yeah.
Interesting.
But I would definitely agree that we should set out a official rules list for CowsCrazy.
It might come in handy for future
as
challenges.
I was trying to say, is apparently my idea isn't completely unique. There is the idea of the underdog challenge, which is what I've heard is just more to use Pokemon that are not traditionally used, whereas I was trying to go for the absolute worst, even if right off the top of the bat, not just by catching them through the game.
Well, if you ask me, if you want to go with the absolute worst, just set Zero up with 6 level 100 Magikarps and see if he could survive.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we were trying to make it possible, not...
Yeah, he wants me to struggle, but not be impossible.
I want the absolute worst Pokemon, but, you know, at the same time, I think the idea was also that these Pokemon couldn't evolve. That's why they're all unevolving, right?
That's why I said 100 Magikarp.
Yeah. Oh, well. What would a 100 Magikarp with Splash? How much damage would that do?
Well, he can learn Tackle, and in 5th gen, he can get Bounce, which I have learned the new value of Bounce ever since you taught Wailord Bounce, and we used it in the Elite Four.
That was awesome.
Yes,
That was
but here's the
awesome,
problem with Bounce. You only get 5 uses, 8 if you use PP up.
That's true. True that.
It's just fun to visualize a big whale bouncing.
Bouncy, bouncy Wailord.
Well, if you want to watch a whale
Oh,
bounce,
that's
just
awesome.
watch the end of Free Willy.
Oh, boy.
So, Cows, are there any more ideas for future challenges rattling around in that noggin of yours? I'm kind of curious, and I'm sure the viewers are too. What goes on in their mind?
I want to interject one thing before he even says anything.
Go ahead.
This man has... here's the thing. He has come up with ideas that have gone off the record, as in we've talked off screen, and they're insane. This guy will never run out of crazy ideas. I just want to throw that out from the beginning.
Duly noted.
I think we've discussed on screen and off screen several hundred different challenges and ideas. Several of varying differences, and for some reason this is the one he picked and stuck with. So
Because I thought I could.
so you telling me all the other crazy ones I've come up with you didn't think you could?
No, I think I could have done them, but I felt like this one would have been a true challenge for me. Like, damn, a ditto.
And I still do too. I still think it would be if you played it correctly.
Right.
From day one.
All right, fair enough.
All right, so
And I still think you should.
back to that question. Do you have any examples you can share about future challenges?
I don't know, not really, because God knows I'm not going to do it, because I suck. So it would be up to him if he's going to want to take any of my insane challenges. Otherwise, you know, the ones I've already said are probably the best examples I can give.
Okay. How about you, Zero? What kind of challenges could you issue to CowsCrazy to try and get him to bend over backwards to succeed?
Oh my gosh, I've always wanted to see. I've always just wanted him to do like just a typical Nuzlocke, like just kind of like the bare bones version of one. And I really wanted him to do it during Pokemon Platinum because that would have been hilarious because he already had the sound effect of the atomic bomb dropping. So I just thought that would have been interesting, especially because it's a very difficult game. But I'm hoping by the time in the far future when he decides to do Gen 7, which tends to be a Pokemon game that I would say actually had some difficulty to it since probably Platinum. Ever since then, like, most Pokemon games have been pretty easy, at least I'd say so. But Gen 7, I would like to see him like do a Nuzlocke and just watch him pain and suffering and watch his Pokemon die. And it's one of those things that I really want him just to see how he would go through it. And I want him to go it alone. I don't want him to have somebody by his side just to be like, can he do it? Can he really do it?
Oh, come now. That's cruel and unusual punishment.
I can't do it.
He still occasionally forgets things. Or, like, I don't know if you've noticed, there's many times where I'll be, like, yelling into the microphone, like, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's like, what am I doing? What am I doing? You need to heal. Oh, yeah, right. It's just like...
That's exactly why I won't be able to do it, because I will blank out. Or, I don't know, or maybe... like you're saying, if I have absolutely nobody there. Because I really did feel like in Project Lone Wolf, without you there, I felt a lot more focused and a lot more scared. A lot more, I didn't want to make a mistake, so I tried to really think about what I was going up against and tried to remember what beats what. And maybe having you there is almost like a safety net where I can just ramble off every stupid thought in my head, and then you have to scream, "No, stop, you idiot!"
I'll be like, are you listening? Hey! I think that's why we end up bantering, because and like, let's be honest, there have been multiple instances, and I feel like it happened a lot more in Platinum, where we actually were like, oh shit, how are we gonna get through this? But through the use of strategy and thinking and me guiding you, I mean, look what we did that second round with the Elite Four, or was it the first? When we were like what, 10 levels under leveled at one point, and you were like, there's no way we're gonna get through this. But through strategy, we did it.
It's almost like I'm walking along the edge of a cliff blindfolded, and anytime I veer towards the edge, you're there to be like, "No, you stupid moron, get away!"
I would consider it like that, but it's become so, like, you have to realize this whole Pokemon series and all this shenanigans just started off on one day. CowsCrazy hits me up on Twitter and he's like, "I have a crazy idea," and I'm like, okay, what's your crazy idea? And he had never played a Pokemon game before. And then we created this beautiful project known as Project Red Rooster. We had so much fun and just teaching him, I never got to experience that where I'm the one teaching somebody else to play Pokemon. And just seeing him evolve from there, no pun intended to the Pokemon thing, but from starting from like, hey, it's a Pidgey, so it must be a grass type because I found it in the grass. To now being more of a skilled trainer and he can make decisions on his own. Definitely been a lot of fun to watch him grow.
And at the same time, it's also a good point to bring up that everybody in the community has become intertwined in the Pokemon series in one way or another. Case in point, and no surprise here, I've become a staple of the team, better known as the Ultimate Mammal Swine, as I like to say.
Oh yeah.
Although I'm going to take a big step back and eat a bite of humble pie, even though I did very well against the dragon, we cannot discount New Age, Kupalar, and dare I say, AZ, the Heracross.
Oh, they were all good. They're all good. And like, just the fact that the way Cows has done this, to always bring back old school members, just goes to show you how crazy this guy is to do these ideas. He always wants to bring back old gen, and he'll ask me, hey, can I bring this Pokemon in this game? And I'm like, well, yeah, but you gotta do this. Okay. All right, this is what we're gonna do. Like, he just goes off into these crazy ideas, and I help him execute.
I had a lot more crazy ideas for Platinum, and he had to shut them down because he was just like, you want to have fun, or do you want to win?
That is true. Because I was just like, do you want to win? Because this game is hard, okay? Or do you want to have, you know what? Have fun. Do what you want. Lose. I don't care.
Yeah, he did. And then I started losing. And I'm like, okay, help me win.
Yeah, and then
He goes, okay, you got to get rid of the draft.
You wanted boss so badly.
It was fun.
Oh, we're having fun. Loses a lot.
Okay, I will say that Cows did have a lot of fun ideas in that playthrough. I mean, just the idea of having the surfing Rhyperior, that was golden. I'm not gonna lie,
Oh my god, don't even get me started on that stupid Oh my gosh, how badly he won.
I'm sorry, good sir, but that ship has sailed a long time ago, so you're stuck with us, and we're gonna sail until we hit that mainland.
Oh
Look
my
at it.
gosh.
Surfing Rhyhorn was brought up in Red Rooster, okay?
Yeah, it
And
was.
ever since then, I wanted it. It was, it was the very first project. I think it was the very first thing that he told me where something went in my head that makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, no.
This
And if it
And,
doesn't
like,
make
there's
sense,
been many
Cows
things.
Crazy's all
There's-
over it.
There's been many things in Pokemon where I've said this makes no fucking sense, but that was the very first one.
Alright, well guys, this has been a very, very interesting discussion. I'm glad you guys came out to answer the questions and reflect on the project as a whole. Cows, this last question is for you, and it's quite simple.
Alright.
Black or white?
Oh my god, wow.
I only ask because Generation 5 is coming up next in terms of Pokemon
It
Let's
is.
Plays, so I'm just wanting to get... Well, that is...
I'm gonna give you the cop-out answer, and all odds are leaning towards
both, eh? Interesting.
Okay.
Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. Just
No,
good.
actually, no, good answer. I like that. I like that. Because if you know Cal's crazy, or you maybe, well, see, I have a little bit of a cheat sheet because, like, he's talking to me about ideas that he wants to do, but, yeah, that's a good answer. I
I actually
wouldn't-
have another idea I want to talk to you about.
Of course you do. Mind you, one last comment I want to say is I found it and I actually still have it. He has sent me a list of Pokemon he wants to use throughout.
And he shot most of them down in blood.
Yeah, well, because Platinum. But then later, literally, look, for a Dragon type, he literally wrote this. Some little Muncher type thing might not even be a dragon. LOL. And that's how Muncher became a thing.
Because I couldn't remember the name of the Pokemon. I just remember seeing it once in Soul Silver.
Rock
I went,
type.
That thing looks
That's
cool.
perfectly fine,
And he's
guys.
like, rock type, he was like, that big nose Pokemon, which we now know is...
It's got a big nose.
Hey, look at it this way. If it helps you identify the Pokemon you want to use in battle, then so be it. I'm all for it. So, Cows,
Yeah,
good
no,
on you
it
for
helps
being
me, because
creative.
then I can tell... Yeah, because then I can tell him, oh, yeah, you can get it this way, or this is a terrible idea.
Indeed. All right, folks. Well, I guess that wraps up our discussion tonight. X09091, Cows Crazy, thanks again for coming on the show. It's been a great pleasure, as always.
Always fun.
Oh, definitely. For all my beautiful, beautiful people of this world.
And to everybody watching Channel 84 Winnipeg, I will post the links to their channels right below. And until next time, my name is JP, and you've been watching Channel 84 Winnipeg. Stay classy, and I'll see you next time.